Use progress chart, achievement chart, training activity matrix, tools, materials, and equipment, the connection of laptop to projector. Alright, so everything is set already. Now I'm ready to start the training. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Welcome to Metro Dumaguete College. Thank you for choosing this institution in training, bread and pastry production, NC2. I am your trainer and my name is Danica L. Isona. Before anything else, I'd like to check who are present for today. So as I call your name, please raise your right hand and sign in the attendance sheet. Mr. Nicar Anito. Okay, please sign in. Thank you. Mr. Rasin Limbaga. Okay, so thank you. Now let me just give you a brief background on the training center. So Metro Dumaguete College is an accredited Tesda training center that provides quality technical education and skills development. And together with Tesda, helps in the promotion of middle-level manpower development. Any questions or clarification regarding the training center? Okay, none? Alright, so I know most of you want to know where the CR is. So here's the center's layout. So the CR is beside the Institutional Assessment Area. Okay, so as I start with our session, may I request everyone to please stand up for the prayer. And let us thank God for the opportunity to be able to attend this training today. Amen.
Amen.
Alright, so this time I will let you answer the data gathering instrument. So this instrument will help me to determine your basic knowledge regarding this training. Okay, so this will serve as my guide in determining on giving you your learning materials and as well as to know your characteristics and your learning styles. Okay, kindly answer the data gathering instrument, please. Are you done? Okay, may I have your paper, please? Thank you. Alright, so this time, I will let you answer the self-assessment checklist. So, self-assessment checklist consists of competencies required in this qualification. So, this will help me to determine your acquired competencies and to identify your training needs and your training gaps. So please answer the self-assessment checklist. Please read the instructions carefully. Are you done? May I have your paper, please? Thank you. Okay, wait for a while. Okay, so I will check your self-assessment checklist. Okay, as I can see, Mr. Nicar Anito has already a relevant experience in this qualification. So, please bring with you your proof of evidence, Mr. Nicar Anito, next meeting. And please be ready for the performance task and institutional assessment. That includes oral, written, and demonstration tests. And don't worry, Mr. Rasen Limbaga, that's why you are here, for you to have the experience. Okay? So this time, I will give you the pretest. So this pretest will help me to determine your underpinning knowledge in this qualification. This is a 40-item test, and this will help me to identify your previous knowledge regarding this qualification. Please answer the pretest. Please read the instructions carefully. Are you done? May I have your paper, please? Thank you. Okay, so this time, we will have a short orientation on the CBT. So the overview, we have the competency-based training approach, CBT principles, the roles of the trainer and trainees, and bread and pastry production NC2 training course. Alright, so for competency-based training is a training delivery approach that focuses on the competency development of the learner as a result of the training. So it emphasizes on what the learner can actually do, and it focuses on the outcome rather than the learning process within the specified time. Now let's have the 10 principles of competency-based training. First, training is based on the curriculum developed from the competency standards. Second, learning is competency-based or modular in structure. Third, training delivery is individualized and self-paced. So trainees are treated as individual learners given their different characteristics, learning styles, and training needs. Fourth, training is based on work that must be performed. So learning is based on actual industry practice. Fifth, training materials are directly related to the competency standards and curriculum. Sixth, assessment of learners is based on the collection of evidences of work performance based on industry standards. 7. Training is based on and off job components. 8. The system allows recognition of prior learning. So the current competencies acquired before the training can be recognized and validated through a learning process. Number 9, the system allows for the learners to enter and exit in the program at different times and levels to receive an award for the competencies attained. And the last one, approved training programs are nationally accredited by UTPRA's Unified Tibet Program Registration and Accreditation System. Alright, let's proceed to the roles of the Cbt Trainer. So my role as Cbt Trainer is to be a team member. So I should have a collaboration and support towards each other. So I should be a motivator. So I should encourage you to attain the competencies and to finish the daily activities and the learning tasks. I should be a manager or consultant. So I should guide you, I should monitor you on the learning process during our training. So to diagnose, to be an evaluator, so I will evaluate your outputs through an assessment, and to install confidence in the learner, to be a role model, good communicator, and accepts responsibility. Now, these are your roles as the trainee. So you may choose how you want to learn. Okay, so you have your right on what you want to learn because as you remember in the CBT 10 principles, that in the third principle that the training delivery is individualized. So you have your different styles and characteristics as well as your training needs. That's why you have the choice on how you want to learn. Okay, so next one, learn at their own rate within program guidelines. And third, you may request to receive credit for what you already know. Select what they want to learn and learn without reason. So here in the training center, during your training, if you attain your daily activities, your competencies, so we will give you credit for that. We will give you certificate of achievement, certificates of training, and trainees are responsible for what they learn. So you are responsible on what you will learn here in the training center. Okay, to decide when they are ready to perform a task and to work cooperatively with other trainees. So you should have collaborations with other trainees and to compete against job standards and not against other trainees. Okay, so now let's have the bread and pastry production NC2 training course. Okay, so bread and pastry production NC2 qualification consists of competencies that a person must achieve to be able to clean equipment, tools, and utensils and prepare portion and plate, pastries, breads, and other dessert items to guests in hotels, motels, restaurants, club, canteens, resorts, and luxury lines or cruises and other related operations. So we have three competencies. We have basic, common, and core competencies. In the basic competencies, we have participate in workplace communication, to work in a team environment, practice career professionalism, practice occupational health and safety. To the common competencies, we have develop and update industry knowledge, observe workplace hygiene procedures, perform computer operations. Okay, wait. Perform computer operations, perform workplace and safety practices. And for the core competencies, in the bread and pastry production and situ, we have 5 core competencies. We have first, prepare and produce bakery products. Second is prepare and produce pastry products. Third, prepare and present gâteaux, torts, and cakes. Fourth is to prepare and display petit fours. And the last one is to present desserts. Alright, so these are the monitoring tools. So I have already posted there the monitoring tools. We have the achievement chart. So this is the view of achievement chart. So we have here the basic competencies, common competencies, and the core competencies with learning outcomes. So that will be my monitoring tool for your daily activities. So if you achieve one activity, so I will check one learning outcome. So every day I will monitor your achievements. Next is progress chart. So I have already posted the progress chart. And so these are the learning outcomes and competencies that you are going to attain. So if you have attained the competency, I will write letter C, and that means that you are competent in that competency. So if the label is NYC, so that means that you're not yet competent. But that does not mean that you are failed. So it just means that you need to master your skills for you to be able to be competent, and you will be given a chance. Alright? Okay, so now let's have the instructional materials. We have the competency-based learning material, or the CBLM. So that is the front page of our CBLM. Okay, so that includes information sheets, task sheets, job sheets, and performance rating sheets. So our assessment methods, we have written examination, demonstration of practical skills, direct observation, and the interview or questioning. Okay, so any questions or clarifications regarding the CBLM? None. Let's proceed to the Cbt areas. Okay, so we have 9 Cbt areas. First, we have the trainer resource area. This is where you can find the training regulation, the learning materials, and other training facilities. In the practical work area, in this area, you can acquire knowledge and skills prescribed in the competency standards. In the learning resource area, it is located near the practical work area, and this is where you can find modules and learning materials such as printed or soft copy. In the institutional assessment area, this is located at proximate to the learning resource area. So the recognition of prior learning and institutional assessment will be done and takes place, and it is done every competency to check if you have met the competency in this area, and there will be oral questioning, written tests, and demonstration tests. In the quality control area, this is where your output is checked and if you meet the standard requirement. Okay, so in the contextual learning area, it ensures your underpinning knowledge in science, math, and communication skills applied. In the distance learning area, it has an array of computers with internet connection where you can reach the techniques of methodologies that you may apply during your training. In the support staff area, this place provides value-added competency that you need during your training. Okay, so the last one is computer laboratory. It has an array of computers wherein you can learn IT competencies and you can have your e-learning. Okay, so any questions regarding the 9 CBT areas? Okay, so none. Alright, so let me remind again for those who answered yes in the self-assessment checklist, please bring with you your proof of evidence next meeting. And please be ready for the institutional assessment that includes oral, written tests, and demonstration tests. Okay, so that would be all for today. Thank you and see you again next meeting. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
May I request everyone to please stand up for the opening prayer. Amen. Please be seated. Okay, so let me check your attendance. As I call your name, please raise your right hand and sign in the attendance sheet. Okay, so Mr. Nicar Anito. Thank you. Mr. Rasin Limbaga. Thank you. Okay. So, for those who answered yes in the self-assessment checklist, may I have your evidence? Alright, so Mr. Nicar Anito, you have your certificate of employment and this certificate is subject for validation. I will call your employer or the owner of this company. So, please be prepared for the institutional assessment that includes oral, written, and demonstration tests. I have posted the training activity matrix and that will serve as your guide or map on the training for today. Okay, so do you have any clarifications? None. Alright, so this is your CBLM. Alright, so Mr. Rasin Limbaga, you checked no in the self-assessment checklist and based on the training, you will be in the learning resource area. So please read the information sheet number 4.1-1 and please answer the self-assessment check and compare your answers to the answer keys. Okay, so do you have any clarifications?
No.
Okay, none. So please proceed to the learning resource area. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Nicar Anito, I have already called your employer and now you may proceed to the institutional assessment area for the written test. Mr. Nicar Anito, here's your written test. You are given 20 minutes to answer the test. Are you done? May I have your paper, please? Thank you. Okay, let me check your paper. Okay, so very good. You've got a high score. Okay, you may now proceed to the performance task. Please read task sheet 4.1-3. Given the supplies and materials, you should be able to prepare fondant icing following standard recipe in making fondant icing in 45 minutes. So you are given 45 minutes to perform the task. So do you have any clarifications? Okay, none. So you may start now. sheet?
Yes.
Okay, so did you answer the self-assessment check?
Yes.
Okay, did you compare your answers to the answer keys?
Yes.
Okay, so very good. May I see your paper? Alright, so very good. You've got a perfect score. Now you can now proceed to the next task. Please proceed to the practical work area. Okay, so Mr. Rasin Limbaga, given the tools and materials needed, you should be able to design PT4s following the standard steps and procedures in 45 minutes. Okay, so do you have any clarifications?
No.
Okay, now you may start now. Before I will check your output, we will have an oral questioning. So are you ready? Okay, so what is the right consistency in preparing poured fondant icing?
The right consistency in preparing poured fondant icing is liquid soft consistency.
Very good. You answered the question very well. Okay, so congratulations, Mr. Nikar Anito. You have already met the requirements for the first competency. So this time, I will give you the certificate of achievement. Okay, so congratulations. Okay, so I will record your achievement on the progress chart. Okay, so for now, I will give you the CBLM and please read information sheet number 4.1-4 and please answer the self-assessment check and please do compare your answers to the answers kit. Do you have any clarifications?
No.
Alright, so please proceed to the learning resource area. Okay, so Mr. Rasin Limbaga, as I can see, you were not able to perform the task properly, but don't worry. I will show you how to design PT4s, okay? So let me have this one, PT. Okay, over this one. Alright, so first we will gather all the materials needed. Next, we will cut the sponge or bases depending on the choice of your shape. You can have oval, square, triangular. Okay, so we will have this one. Let's try the shape square. And next, we will prepare our piping bag. Okay, so here's our piping bag. Alright, and you can make a line or dot patterns. Okay, you can make a line here. Okay. And you can design now your PT4s based on your preferred design. Okay, so just make sure that it is eye-appealing or has wow factor. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Have any clarifications or questions?
No, no.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So you may try or practice, and when I come back, you will do the return demo, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Nikar Anito, are you finished reading your information sheet in the second competency? Okay, so did you answer the self-assessment check? Did you compare your answers to the answer keys?
Yes.
Alright, so very good. May I see your paper? I want to see your score. Okay. so very good. You've got a perfect score. Keep up the good job, okay? Alright, so this time you may now proceed to the next task sheet. Alright? Okay. Mr. Rasin Limbaga, may I check your output now? Okay, so very good. You are able to design your PP4s in an appealing way. Okay, so you may now proceed in the learning resource area for the next task. And please answer information sheet number 4.1-2. Please read it carefully and answer the self-check. And please compare your answers to the answer keys. Alright, so any clarifications or questions?
No.
Okay, so very good. You may now proceed to the learning resource area. That ends our day 2. Thank you and see you again next meeting. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mom.
Okay, so in 116 hours of training, I can say that you are already competent. This time, I will let you answer the post-test, and this post-test will measure your achievement and your competitiveness in this training. Okay, so please read the instructions carefully and answer all the questions. Okay, you may start now. Are you done? May I have your paper, please? Okay, thank you. Okay, so just give me a moment. I will check your papers. Alright, so very good. You've got a higher score compared to your pretest. So it means that you really improved in this training. This time, I will be giving you your certificate of training. Congratulations, Mr. Nikar A. Anito and Mr. Rasin Limbaga. You have completed the 116 hours training for bread and pastry production NC2. Okay, so since you've done your training, may I suggest you to apply for a competency assessment and visit the nearest assessment center. And please bring with you your passport size picture with white background and with color and chemical base and assessment fee of 500 pesos. Any clarifications or questions? Okay, so once again, congratulations. That's the end of our training. Thank you so much.